Hello everyone and welcome back to our Victoria 2 campaign as Großdeutschland or Germany. When we had last left off, we had won the war with France and have taken Champagne. In addition, we are, well, I'll say a fair amount ahead in the scramble for Africa, but we do need to worry about South Africa. As you can see over here, the British are colonizing and we are, well, not challenging them, which is not good on many levels. Now, in between episodes, the armies have been sent to rebuild at their respective locations, as well as the Kaiserliche Marine has been, well, reorganizing its naval orders and making sure everything's in order. One last thing, the Reich has decided that in terms of production, it is time to focus on clerks, not only for their research benefits, but also because it will increase the efficiency of our factories. Now, the Reich has decided that it is time to go on a bit of random conquest on Uruguay. Why? Simply because they're not in our sphere. Now we shall unpause the game and let time roll. Argentina goes bankrupt. Unfortunate. Forts are building. Forts in Germany are being constructed. The navy is regathering in Stettin. We shall create a protectorate in Western Mali. Which does not have a port, unfortunately. Let's look at the diplomacy screen for a moment. Colombia is asking us for an alliance. We shall not accept for now. Extra ships have completed, which means we can colonize, and we shall compete with the Spanish in Johor. Looks like more forts have been constructed. What was I planning to look at? Yes, the diplomacy screen. It's time for Spain to be added into our sphere. I think it's time for us to ban the Dutch again, so that we will not forget it in the future. Forts are being constructed all over Germany. A great sign of progress. To prepare ourselves for a little expedition, it's probably good to send our navy over to Calabar. Forts all over Germany are being constructed. The armies are hopefully rebuilding. Oh, I've not been paying attention here. We're losing the race here and here. Somehow we've gained a fair amount of colonial power. Hopefully we didn't lose a race somewhere. No, we have not. It's probably the result of more ships being completed. In fact, the next batch should be done in December. That's where we will send an expedition to Cape Colony and challenge the British domination there. where our transport's slowly sailing down. We can create a protectorate here, which frees up again more colonial power, which this time we will invest in Cape Colony. I do not believe that there is a place where we need to block out, nor is there a place where we will challenge the Spanish and the Bonin Islands, perhaps, or in Micronesia. Losing the race in Northern New Guinea. Can invest in the Ivory Coast. Looks like the French are challenging us there. Highly unfortunate. Has the naval base in Venice finished yet? 16.5 infamy, you know what that means. It's time to release more German miners. Who shall we release? Let's release Frankfurt. Let's release Lieb-Denothold. Let's release Nassau. And let's release Gotha. Bring our infantry near 0 again. Let's go for a good school system. Forts are building. I'm just eyeballing this. We'll finish in December 30th. We can create a protectorate here in Togo. Fantastic. Washington frees up more colonial power for us to send another expedition somewhere. Well, let's not worry about New Guinea for now. Let's focus on finishing off Africa. Looks like the British have colonized Sierra Leone. Forts have been building. Forts have been building. Troops are training up. More ships have completed. And the naval base in Venice has completed. More ironclads, please. And that brings up our supply limit much further. And now we enter 1873. More forts completing. Looks like we won't be able to interject ourselves in Ghana, but that's a very small loss considering how many other areas we are competing in. More sounds, more sounds. 178 more days to that war justification. What's this? Invest in our colony. Borneo is sapping both the colonial power of ourselves and the Dutch. However, looks like we'll be able to overtake them here. The British have tons of colonial power, which is somewhat frightening. They are probably the only power out there that is able to challenge us on a grand scale. Let's think about it. That's annoying. But I think it's about time for us to create a new army here anyway. I just love colonizing Africa because you have so many soldier populations that you can utilize here. We'll just utilize the damaged infantry for now. South Shen is booming. Hopefully there's something going on in German Panama. Yes, an ammunition factory is being constructed. More forts and stuff. 150 days until we go to war. You don't have enough colonial power here, you've got to be kidding. The next ship is not completing anytime soon. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Looks like we're finally hitting our upper limit. Let's just queue another set of ships and hope for the best. This is bad. We're losing the race in Guinea and we can't really do anything about it. The next set of ships will complete in... Next ship will complete in April. Hopefully we can hold out until then. I really wouldn't like to lose Guinea. That's annoying. We seriously can't do anything about this. We now have 113 colonial power. That's probably because... Why? It's not like a batch of our... Did we lose a colonial race somewhere? I don't think we did. We seem to have earned a lot of colonial power somehow. This is mysterious. We shouldn't have this much colonial power. Let's just go for Eastern Mali then. We'll keep the rest of the power in reserve, we don't need to spend it right now. How's our diplomacy going? Very well. I know the speed is very slow, it's just that with colonizing every day matters. Steel railroad is completed, so let's research something else. Is there any decisions that we can make? Invented steel steamers. Well, that's not unlocked anytime soon, so let's look at what else. Revolution and counter-revolution. This could be interesting. Well, I guess organic chemistry is possibly more important, just so that we can unlock fuel. Who gives a hoot about their religion? Let's do it, Lipishkam. I'm sure our projects are probably just shooting through the roof right now. We're losing the race in North Borneo. Excellent. Armies are building up. How's our infrastructure going? Well, it looks like our capitalists will build most of our railroads for us, which is splendid. Somehow Nancy has become our core. When will the next batch of protectorates finish? June 22nd. That sounds like a naval base. Muscat. Please continue. Expanding. A rather slow episode, I know, but well, when can we outrace a colonial power? Is it when we are 3 stages ahead of them? The old Dutch over here don't have much colonial power, so the next round should be able to do it for them. The British have won in Ghana, and now the British are challenging us, which is highly unfortunate. And it looks like unless some miracle happens, the British will get South Africa. The French are building up as well. We have definitely stretched ourselves very thin here. Just hang on for a month or two and we should be fine, however. "50 days until we are at war with Uruguay. Possibly we can just start sending our ships over. Fort Zara building. troops are training. And the navy is growing ever larger. We're losing the race in Guinea and Northern New Guinea. Our navy is just expanding just right, so they're still able to, hang in there. We can establish a ton of protectorates right now. There's our colony here, we'll create a protectorate here. Create a protectorate here. Create a protectorate here. We'll challenge the French here now. And create a protectorate here. So let's see, where shall we colonize? Shall create a protectorate in Lindy as well. Shall colonize in places where we are being challenged in. Or at least we can be challenged in. Next expedition, these new expeditions will finish when? March of next year. An awfully long time away. "20 days until we go to war with Uruguay." Now I know this isn't exactly the most interesting episode, it's literally just micromanaging the race in Africa, if anything. The Spanish have colonized Micronesia, the Bonin Islands. I'm fine with other powers colonizing the Pacific because it's not a very important zone, in my opinion. I'd rather ourselves keep our powers solely for Africa. Although, well, let's just send an expedition to Southern New Guinea. Can't hurt. Losing the race in North Borneo. Well, it's time to withdraw the expedition then. Let's do it, Saxons. Our troops are almost at the gates, just in time for us to declare war on Uruguay. In the meantime, can we start justifying war against other people? Who shall we justify against? Well, we have a truce with the Pope, I'm sure. I think we have a truce with most, if not all, of our neighbours. Who can we attack? Well, Serbia will bring us directly at war. Many possible machinations over here. I just love how we managed to just cut off this entire part from British and French influence. Well, Haiti's in a sphere, so are those guys. But I don't want my diplomats to be idle. When does the truce with Sweden end? 74. Gosh darn it. We're like a kid in a candy store. Let's go to war with Dynam next then. Give a few more days, let our troops land. Let's declare war. Conquest. Then our troops directly in the capital. I'm not afraid of going to war against the Chinese. Our technology difference should be able to carry us through very, very easily. More ships are completing. Perhaps now is the time to send an expedition. Now, what are we planning to do? Yes, justify against Dynam. Establish a protectorate. Wow, we can full annex them. That's amazing. Invest our colony in the Volta. Invest our colony in Borneo. Yes, we've won, and that frees up so much colonial power. So where else can we colonize? Nowhere else in the Pacific. Well, I guess it's time for us to slowly but surely fill out some of these areas. We'll just withdraw those expeditions if necessary, but for now, we'll just keep them there. Should try again. Because we Germans do not give up at the first attempt. Now we're being annoying to the British by having this little hole in the middle of Africa. Okay, they are Austrian members, so it's perfectly fine. That sounded like a naval base, but it could just be more ships. It's probably more ships. Let's unpause. This is tediously slow, I apologize. That's a lot of prestige. I like that a lot. You know what? Let's begin sailing our transports over. So the fastest way would be through the Cape. So let's head on to Loango. Bring our newly minted army south and pick them up there. 7 infantry isn't something that you can't handle. This will reflect beautifully on us. Oh, where are we losing? Here and in northern New Guinea. Crew protector in the windward coast. Fantastic news. which means we can colonize here. And that just about wraps up all of the African coast there. And you can see we're clearly winning. The scramble for Africa. Look at the nice big font. Isn't it lovely? That's why I like playing Paradox games, because of the font. Sounds stupid, but yeah, there's a reason for it. There's a madness. There's a method to this madness. This must have been a very long episode. I'm sorry again. Let's start to speed things up. I just don't want to make any mistakes. Preacher man. Excellent. Let's peace out. Uruguay. Found ourselves a nice little base. Losing the race in North Borneo. Over here, the Spanish have more colonial power than we do, which is surprising. But yes, I think this is a good place to end the episode. With, well, not done much. We're still in the midst of the scramble of Africa. We're able to cut off this portion, which is fantastic, and we've gained most of the African coast. The next scramble will be for Southern Africa, where we are facing off against the Brits. Hopefully we won't lose too much land over there. We've also casually annexed Uruguay for fun more than anything, and more because we can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I have. Like if you like the video, subscribe to see more, and put anything you want to say in the comments below. So I'll see you guys next time, where we will probably spark off another European war while we finish the scramble for Africa. So yes, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care.